This video which I'm recording now, it is introduction to the Polish leftist song Gdy naród do boju, when the nation came to fight, which we published in our channel. And firstly, I would like to apologize the comrade Max, towarzysz Max from the Polish Workers' Party, who prepared this video. He sent me this video with English subtitles because we starting to in this channel make a new things. We want to present the history of the Polish socialist movement. So the members of the Polish Workers' Party will in the future prepare the movies, the lectures about the most important things in the history of the Polish socialist movement. We will see in future the lectures about the most important Polish Marxists, revolutionaries, and also about the events very important in the history of the socialist movement Poland, especially the revolution in 1905 and also the taking power by the PPR, Polish Workers' Party, this historical Polish Workers' Party, not our party. Our party will take power in the future, near future, I suppose. So when the Polish Workers' Party are building socialism after the Second World War in Poland. So we will prepare all the series of concerned the history of the Polish socialist movement, and when I ask my comrades to prepare something, the comrade Max prepared this video, this song with the Polish subtitles, and I wait 1 week, maybe 5 days or 6 days with publication of this song, because I thought that this song is very difficult to understand for the people who don't know history of the Poland and Polish socialist movement, because normally the socialist movement which you knew, it is the socialist movement which talk about the class struggle, about the workers' fight. And this song, it is not about workers' fight, it is about the class struggle in Poland before existing of the capitalist system in Poland. So it is why I recorded this introduction. So it is a song which was concerned the events in Poland in 1830 and 1831. So you have to remember that in this time Poland didn't exist like independent countries. Poland was divided to three after partition, so majority of the Poland was occupied by Russia, and also other part of Poland was occupied by Austrian Empire and Prussian Empire. But you have to remember that after the Congress of Versailles, after 1815, some part of the Poland which existed before was autonomy region called Kingdom of Poland. Kingdom of Poland, it was not independent Kingdom of Poland, because it was always situation that the King of Poland, it is the Tsar of Russia. So Tsar of Russia, he was firstly coronized in Russia, and after he came to Warsaw, where he was coronized to King of Poland. And in this time, after 1815, there was a lot of things which was good for the Polish people. in this kingdom of Poland, because in this region the army was Polish. It was the Polish people who built the Polish army. The officers also are Poles. The people who worked in the administration, also there was a Poles. And the schools they teach Polish language. So it was, we can say, the big autonomy for the Polish nation, which existed in this time. It was 15 years after the Congress of Versailles. But of course it was not, the Polish people wanted more, and in 1830 we have situation, we have two revolutions in Europe. First revolution, it is revolution in France. It is July Revolution, which was against the king of Charles X, how to say, Charles X, and against Bourbon king, and was the Louis Philippe who started to be new president, new king of France. He was a king, but he was a king of not of the French aristocracy, but mostly the French bourgeoisie. But I will, if you want to know more about the history of French, you can find in other places. In the same time, there was other revolution in Belgium. In Belgium, Belgium in this time was a country dependent the Autriche, and Belgium wanted to. They started to fight to their independence. In 1830, it is I think the beginning of the independent Belgium state. And in the same time was the revolutionary situation in Poland. What Poland, because and the Polish nation in this time was divided because the people from the bottom of the Polish society and the young people who was in the army, they want to fight to independent Poland, and in the same time the Polish aristocracy, the Polish nobles, the Polish people who are ruling this autonomy, they collaborated with Russia, they collaborated with Tsar of Russia, and also they make career in the Russian state, because many of these Poles, they were educated like soldiers or like engineers or like I don't know who, and they used this situation that Russia was a great empire, and they started to make career in the Russian administration, Russian army. So for them, this situation that Polish was dependent to Russia was good, because it's better to make career in the big Russia than in the small Poland, which was divided. This autonomy kingdom of Poland, I think it was the 1/3 of the Poland which exists today, so it was very small area. So in 1830 there was an insurrection in Poland. So the young soldiers, it was more like the uprising the Poles against the Poles. that these young soldiers they starting to make a demonstration against the Polish administration, which collaborated with Russia. So it is Polish uprising in 1830, November uprising, and a few months later, in 1841, there was a war between Poland and Russia because this insurrection won. The new government of Poland starting to use this Polish army to fight against Russia, fight for the independence, and there was a war, Poland against Russia. And this song, which I publish here, it is song about this period. So what is the meaning of this song? No? The meaning of this song is similar to the French Revolution. The French Revolution, when in the time of the French Revolution, there is this notion that there is a French nation of French, which is it is the peasant, it is the bourgeoisie, it is the workers, it is the artisan, and all these people, which is the third état, I think it is the name. But in the same time, the nobles, their aristocracy and nobles, they are not the part of nation, because this is other thing. And it is the same. So politically, if you wanted to understand this song, you have to understand the French Revolution, which was taking place 40 years earlier. So we have this Polish army which made fight with Russia, and there was some of the battles which was won by the Polish army in Stoczek, which is in this song. So the Polish army was building by the peasants, so peasants are fighting against Russian army, and in the same time the Polish nobles, they starting to make the negotiation, some of them wanted to use the Russian army against Polish population, because they were scared the radicalization of the Polish nation, because it was not the question of the fight Russian against Poland. It was important, but also it was the question that these young soldiers who starting this uprising, they were radical, and they wanted to change the Polish society. They wanted to make this society more republican, more liberal. They wanted to finish about this feudalism which existed in Poland, about all this privilege which was for the nobles, and this is this song, that when the nation fighting against Russia, nation, the peasants, the workers, the young people from cities, they have risking their life, and they have fight. In the same times, the Polish nobles, it is the traitors which are against the nation. And it's all which I wanted to say. I think that it is very beautiful song. I think maybe you don't understand Polish language, but the music is good. And this situation was repeating in all history of the Polish nation, because in the time of the occupation by Russian. Always the Polish elite, the nobles, and after the bourgeoisie wanted to collaborate with Tsar, with the occupating force. So, for example, in 1905, when the Polish workers making a strike, political strike, solidarity with the workers in Russia, which were killed in by the army, Tsar army, and we have big political movement, workers movement in the time in 1905, 1906. So workers are fighting and bourgeoisie are using the Russian state to crush the workers. So it was the time when this song was popular, that always our elites are the traitors. This elite may make changes because before capitalism our elite was the aristocracy, after it is bourgeoisie, but aristocracy and bourgeoisie, it is always the traitors which are against nation, against the poor people who have to work to make their lives. So it's all you can listen this song, and I think that we will publish more Polish revolutionary song. Other songs are easier to understand because the songs about workers you can easily understand, but this first song, which is very important and very popular today, because it is the song of this uprising, which is some of Poles don't understand what is all about in this song, so they don't understand that this song is very leftist and very revolutionary in the and they sung this song, so it's good. Okay, comrades, it will be all for today. One more time I want to apologize Comrade Max, and also I congratulate him for this idea, and thank you comrade. I hope that you will prepare more videos, and also other members of the Polish Workers' Party will take example of Comrade Max and will send me more material, stuff like this. So pozdrowienia towarzysze.